Hello everyone. In my previous videos, we discussed what a compare-contrast essay is in IELTS Writing Task 2 and how it is different from simple description. Today, we are going to focus on something more practical, which is planning for a compare-contrast essay. In this video, we will see how to brainstorm and organize our ideas clearly and build a clear outline for a new topic using the block method. If your structure is clear, your writing becomes much easier. Let's get started. Let's look at the question. Some students prefer studying abroad, while others prefer studying in their home country. Compare and contrast these two options and say which one you prefer. Now, let's quickly analyze this. The keywords are compare, contrast, and say which one you prefer. So this means three things. First, we must discuss both options. Second, we must show similarities and differences. And third, we must clearly state our preference. This is not just discussion. It requires an opinion. Keep that in mind before you start planning. Now we move to brainstorming. At this stage, we are not thinking about paragraphs. We simply separate ideas into two categories: similarities and differences. For similarities between studying abroad and studying in one's own country, we might say, both provide recognized qualifications, both require exams and assignments, both prepare students for careers, both involve tuition fee and expenses. Then, for differences, we separate them clearly. On the one hand, studying abroad may involve exposure to new cultures and languages, greater independence, higher living costs, and global exposure. On the other hand, studying in one's own country offers a familiar culture, comfort in the native language, close family support, lower living costs, and stronger local professional networks. Notice something important here. We are not organizing paragraphs yet. We are simply generating ideas. Also remember, we may brainstorm more ideas than we finally use. Later, we select the strongest points to develop in the essay. Now comes the important step: organization. In the block method, one paragraph focuses only on similarities, and the next focuses only on differences. We do not mix them. So, body paragraph 1 will group these similarities: recognized qualifications, academic requirements, and career preparation. Body paragraph 2 will cover the differences: cultural and language exposure, independence versus family support, financial cost, and personal growth. Notice that we do not use every brainstormed idea. We select the strongest and most relevant ones. Each paragraph has one clear purpose. When the examiner reads your essay, they should immediately understand what that paragraph is doing. That clarity improves coherence, which is very important for Band 7 and above. Planning refines our thinking. Now let's look at the final outline before writing. In the introduction, we begin by paraphrasing the topic. We briefly mention that both options have advantages, indicate that they differ in important ways, and clearly state our preference, for example, studying abroad. In body paragraph 1, we focus on the similarities. Both options offer recognized education, both require effort and examinations, and both prepare students for future employment. In body paragraph 2, we turn to the differences. Here, we develop points related to cultural and language exposure, the contrast between independence and family support, and financial cost. Finally, in the conclusion, we briefly summarize the key contrast and restate our preference clearly. Notice that this is not a full essay. It's a map. And when your map is clear, your writing becomes controlled, organized, and logical. Now let's see how the outline we created turns into a complete essay. I'm not going to read every sentence. Instead, I want you to notice how the structure follows exactly what we organized earlier. First, look at the introduction. The first sentence paraphrases the topic clearly. Then we see this sentence. While both options provide valuable academic opportunities and career preparation, they differ significantly in terms of cultural exposure, cost, and personal development. This is the thesis statement. It shows both similarity and difference clearly. And immediately after that, we see the writer's preference. Personally, I believe studying abroad offers greater long-term benefits. So, the examiner immediately knows the writer's position. Now let's move to body paragraph 1. The topic sentence says, both studying abroad and studying at home share several similarities. The word both clearly signals similarity. Throughout this paragraph, we see language of similarity, both options, and in both cases. We also see linking words like moreover and therefore, which help add points and draw conclusions. Everything in this paragraph focuses only on similarities. There is no discussion of differences here. Now look at body paragraph 2. It begins with, despite these similarities, the differences between the two options are substantial. This sentence clearly signals contrast. Now, notice something important. Even though this paragraph is about differences, we still compare the two options directly in each sentence. For example, studying abroad exposes students to new cultures and languages, whereas remaining in one's home country limits such international exposure. Here, the contrast is immediate. Then, overseas education encourages greater independence, while studying locally allows students to rely more on family support. Again, direct comparison inside one sentence. And when discussing cost, studying abroad often involves higher living expenses, whereas domestic study tends to be more affordable and stable. Although the paragraph is about differences, the comparison is still active at the sentence level. Finally, look at the closing sentence. Although studying locally offers more security and comfort, the international experience often leads to greater personal growth. This sentence reinforces the writer's overall preference. Now let's look at the conclusion. It briefly summarizes the contrast. While both studying abroad and studying at home can provide a solid academic foundation, they differ in cultural experience, cost, and independence. And the opinion is clearly restated. I believe studying abroad is the more rewarding choice overall. Now let's look at the complete essay. So what can we observe? The essay follows the exact structure we planned. Introduction with clear thesis and opinion, one paragraph for similarities, one paragraph for differences, and a conclusion restating the preference. This is what we mean when we say planning controls structure, and structure makes your essay clear and coherent. Before you finalize your essay, pause and check your structure to see if both options are clearly discussed in your response. Similarities are grouped together in one paragraph, differences are grouped together in another paragraph, and your preference is stated clearly in the introduction and reinforced in the conclusion. If these elements are in place, your structure is controlled. And remember this key idea. Comparison is not about describing two things separately. It's about showing how they relate to each other. When structure is clear, writing becomes easier and coherence becomes stronger. That should be your goal. Plan carefully, then write with confidence. If you find this video helpful, please like it, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.